How's it going, everyone? We're back with a different kind of video this time. So this isn't necessarily a reaction, well, I guess directly anyways, but I've always wanted to try to do like a video like this, and it's always fun to watch, so I thought it'd be even more fun to try to do one. So I noticed I didn't put the name here anywhere, but it should be in the title. This is just like a tier list that I thought would be fun to do of the characters I've seen so far throughout the arcs I've seen. So it's like from the beginning of the episode, sorry, the beginning of the anime to the end of the Arlong Park arc. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to do this early and see compare it to how it changes as it progresses further through the anime. So of course this is my opinion, so I'd love to see how you guys would rank it or how you would change it or what your opinion on it is overall. So with that said and out of the way, let's get into it in no specific order because I guess this is just how I uploaded the photos. Starting strong with this one with Arlong. If I'm being honest, might be an unpopular opinion. The way they hyped him up and the way he fought and got taken down, it really didn't live up to my expectations. If I'm being honest, so and the fact that he's a villain, and this is a tough one, might be a unpopular take, but I'm gonna put him because I did enjoy him overall. It's just he didn't live up to my expectations, so I'm gonna put him at B. Next, we have like Belmere. So I'm not sure how exactly to say your name in English. Yeah, we only saw her in her flashbacks, but it feels like we know so much about her and like her backstory and all that. So they did a really good job explaining her. So I'm gonna put her in B also, no pun intended, because her name starts with B. But anyways, next we got Ben Beckham, who we really didn't see much of, only from like the beginning. So um he did seem pretty cool, so at least I thought he did, but I'm gonna put him in the B tier also. I'm hoping I don't put everyone here and put him ahead of Belmere. Next is Buggy, who I am quite a fan of actually. Kind of harder than I thought it would be. I thought I would just be putting putting everyone right away, but Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. You know what? I am a fan of Buggy, but I do not like him more than Arlong. So, I'm gonna change Arlong to A because I think that's more of a fair ranking in my head. I don't know. And I'm gonna put Buggy in B. This is becoming an alphabetical list. That wasn't intended. All right, so one of the early characters, Kabaji, I think his name was. That's what Google said, because I don't remember his name whatsoever. He did give us quite the scare in the beginning against Zoro, but that was about it, so I'm gonna put in C. Captain Kuro, I'm also, after the arc, I became more of a fan of him. I'm not sure why, but he's gonna go in the B tier also. So one of Arlong's fishmen, Chew, who I called Handsome Squidward throughout the whole thing. I am a fan of him, and probably because he looks like Squidward, so because of that, I'm gonna put him in the A tier. And then there's the shopkeeper's dog, Cho-Cho, who I think, without question, goes to the S tier. And then we have Full Body, who I absolutely hate, and I think he's a piece of trash, so he goes to D. Alright, then we have Genzo, who I've learned to care over time for. I should have got a better photo because you can barely see him here, but I'm gonna put him in B before Bellamere. Django was just fun overall from the moment he was on screen, so I quite enjoyed him. I'm gonna put him at A before Squidward. Kobe did have a bunch of screen time, but it's not my favorite character. I don't know what to say, so I'm gonna put in C tier for no reason whatsoever. It's just not the biggest fan of him. I believe this guy's name was Karubi or something. He was another one of Arlong's fishermen, so he was okay. I'm just gonna. He gave Sanji quite the fight, so I'm gonna put him in the B tier. He's gonna go there. Alright, and then we have the main character himself, Luffy. Isn't my favorite character, but has exceeded my expectations, if I'm being honest. I thought it was gonna be like, well, he is the goofy protagonist all the time. There's some scenes where like I'm really like, whoa, I'm really rooting for him, and he's like really kind of cool. So I'm gonna put him in the A tier. Yeah, let's put him there. This guy is on it twice. I'm not sure, but I'll just put him at the bottom. Next, we have the mayor, Mayor Boodle. I think his name was. Yeah, it was Mayor Boodle. He's there. I'm just gonna put him in the C tier. And we got Mary. He reminds me of Alfred from Batman. So, but reminds me of Alfred, but he's not just whatever. He's just there also. So he was kind of a side character anyway. So he'll go in C. And then we have one of the biggest first impressions in the show so far. We got Mihawk, which absolutely one of my favorite characters for the amount of times he's been on, for the amount of time he's been on the screen. So he's going in the S tier. What's this dude's name? I believe his name was Nizumi or something. He's just as shitty as Full Body, so he's going in the D tier. Then we got Nami's adoptive sister. I don't know if it's Nohiko or Nojiko. I don't know exactly, but she was a solid character. I'm gonna put her in A. And then we got another character that made a great first impression on me with the amount of screen time he's had, and that's Shanks, who I'm also putting in the S tier. I think he goes before Mihawk. Another unbiased back-to-back opinion, Zoro is probably my favorite character in this show so far. And so he's also automatically going in the S tier. It's another one of Shanks's teammates or crew members, whatever. I don't really remember what he's done. I think his name's like Lucky Roo or something, so very not memorable to me, so I'm gonna go to C. Okay, then we got Mohi or Moji and Richie. It's like the panda ear guy with the lion, and to be honest, the lion's the only thing that makes him kind of cool, so we're gonna put him in the C tier. If it wasn't for the lion, he'd probably be a D. Then we got Usopp, who transparently isn't one of my favorite characters, but I do find myself talking about him a lot recently, so I think it's fair to put him in the B tier. And ironically, we got his friend next, Kaya, who did get quite a bit of screen time, but didn't really do much until the end, and even then she made some questionable decisions, so I'm gonna put her in C. I'm putting these two together because they were so like entertaining in the restaurant. It's like Patty and I don't know if it's Carn or Carne or whatever, but they were so entertaining. But I want to put them in the B tier, put them ahead of all these people. They were just so funny to watch. And then we got Gin, who was like really shitty, and then he was nice, and then he was shitty again, and then he just kept going back and forth. So for that reason, but he did get quite a bit of screen time, so I'm gonna put him in C. Then we got Yosaku and Johnny, who are exactly like the chefs. They were so entertaining, and I find enjoyment watching them, so they're gonna go right next to them in the B tier. And then we have Nami. I'm not the biggest fan of her. I thought I was turning over a new leaf at the end of this arc, but then she still seems to be the bratty person that she was from the beginning. So right now I'm just gonna put her in the D tier because I don't care about her. And then we have Zeph, who at the beginning I thought was like some random dude, but as we learned his story and got to know him more, he became like instantly one of my favorites. So for that, he's gonna go in the A tier, probably ahead of Arlong. Yeah. And then we got Sham and Buki or Buchi from the Kuro arc. Gave them a bit of trouble in the beginning, but in the end, they're just gonna be a C tier. Then Pearl, who really wasn't a bad character. It's just the timing that he appeared just really made me dislike him, so I'm putting him in the D tier. And then we have Hachan, who was extremely entertaining. He's gonna go right next to his fisherman brother in the B tier. Maybe ahead of him. I have to keep checking if these are getting closer to my head or not, or if I have to move the camera, but I think it's fine. Then we got Don Krieg, who seemed like a threat at the beginning, but in the end he wasn't anything too crazy. They took him down. Or it's not that he wasn't anything too crazy, it's just like Arlong, how they They hyped him up to be like this strong person, and in the end, he was just kind of taken down easily. So for that, he's gonna go in the C tier. And we have Sanji, who really has grown on me as the arcs are going on. So like his fight scenes are like how he kind of switches up from like his soft personality. I wouldn't say soft, but he's like very calm. But like when he's fighting, he gets like really intense. So for that, I'm gonna put him in A, right next to his adoptive father. I say. And then we got the main characters of the show, the Usopp pirates. As Usopp's arc went on, it was kind of wholesome to see them as a whole, but as characters, they're also just C tier. All right, and there you have it. There is my ranking of the characters that, at least that I remember in the all the arcs I've seen so far, up to the Arlong Park arc. Um, Obviously, I think I did a good job, but it's obviously my opinion. But let me know how you would rank it, or what you would change, or if this is just totally wrong in your opinion. But I guess that's the fun of it. So yeah, let me know. I do plan on doing more of these in the future to see like how it changes. Yeah, I'm just curious to see. It's kind of like a logbook for me as I progress through this anime. So yeah, if you are interested in coming along for this journey, I'm doing I do react to One Piece on my channel. So if that interests you, you should check it out. So yeah, if you got this far, I appreciate you for watching, and I look forward to doing more of these, and I'll see you in the next one.